Hey guys, welcome to our Zoom call. I am really excited. We have Amanda Flake, who is National Director, and she's actually my mentor coach. I'm so excited she was able to hop on. And Mackenzie Walker, who is our newest Executive Director on our team. So we just wanted to go through a couple things with each of you guys, as far as some new things that are going on this month and some things to really get excited about for this program and to really build your business a lot. So first and foremost, some of the stuff we wanted to talk about were the events. We have a lot of stuff going on the month of August. And I'm so excited about it. But I just wanted to let you know that with these events that we have, it's a great opportunity to really get people excited and invite them to these events. So the very first one we have is on August 1st. And those of you guys that live in Utah can come if you can. It's in Orem, and it starts at 6:30. I invited pretty much everyone on our team, even if you lived out of state, but it's going to be awesome. There will be a potential coach and potential client presentation by Amanda, and there will be like super yummy food. The only thing that we ask is that each of you bring a lean and green or a healthy dessert, and then a prize like that we can hand out like as a door prize. I know a lot of you sorry, go ahead.
What were you thinking for like a door prize?
So the door prize can be anything. Like you could do, some lotion. You could do like a water bottle with a towel. You could do a couple bars. One time I had a soup cup that said Take Shape for Life, and I just did a couple like meal replacements in there and gave that away. So It doesn't have to necessarily be Take Shape for Life. It can be kind of anything that's kind of health related. Probably no cookies or candies or those type of things.
Yeah.
So that's something to really get excited about and invite everybody that you know. Like just invite people. If you live in Utah, or even if you don't live in Utah and have friends and family that live here, invite them. Let us know. We'll take care of your clients or potential coaches and stuff. And make them feel really welcome and make sure they connect with you to do the program. So that's really fun. And then our other thing that's starting on the 1st of August is our 28-day challenge. And it goes from the 1st till the 29th. And as all of you guys know, it takes 28 days for a habit to be formed. And so the concept of this challenge is for anybody that is on the 4 and 2 plan or the 5 and 1, and they stay 100% on plan for the 28 days, you as a coach will pay them $20 cash in their account towards their next order as just another incentive for them to stay on plan. And I found a lot of my clients that are like super excited about it. They're like, oh my gosh, I needed something to get me excited. So this is a great way to let people know, look, we're doing this really fun challenge before the really big challenge. So then you'll be a pro at 4 and 2 or 5 and 1 by the time the challenge starts. And you'll already be in that habit of eating the 6 meals a day and be learning the healthy habits as you're going. And then there's also prizes and stuff too every week that if they stay on plan that week, they'll qualify for a prize. Was there anything else, Amanda, that I'm forgetting?
Nope. Yeah, just that. Just to let them know that even if they mess up once or whatever, that they can still just jump back on and get in those weekly prizes. So it's the prizes, they have to be in the Facebook event, and they have to check in on Friday. So every Friday I'll post and say who stayed on plan 100% in the last 7 days, and anybody who did can check in there. I'm going to take those names off of that post and do the drawing. So the one thing about the event is that I can only add people who are my friends, and it won't let people access it unless they've been invited. So if you have people who want to join, or then you can invite them. And if you're not in that event, then just shoot me an email or text or something, and I'll make sure you get invited to that, and then you can invite your friends.
It's just a Facebook thing, right?
It's all on Facebook. Yeah, it's all on that Facebook event page.
Okay.
But they can still participate, right, if they're not on Facebook?
They can. They just check in with their coach, and then their coach needs to say so-and-so has been on plan. You need to post it for them there.
Okay.
So maybe just text on Fridays. If you have people who aren't on Facebook, which I do have 2 or 3, then you just text and ask them.
Yeah. So that's a really great way to get people excited about the program. You know, and if you're trying for a goal, you know, it's the 29th. We still have 3 whole days to be working hard to reach that goal and get them their orders filled and get their food orders ready. So then they're ready to start on the 1st, even if they have to do a modified maintenance plan until they got their food. It's a good way to make that last little push these last 3 days, you guys.
Yeah, definitely. I found that one of the biggest things it's good for is calling all of your old clients and letting them just know, and let them know about the Meltdown Challenge in September too. Just say, hey, I don't know if any of these interest you. They're and then keep a list of anybody. Say this first one's just for people on 5 and 1 or 4 and 2, but we do have the one in September that's for anybody. Does either of those interest you? And then keep a list of everybody for both, you know, so.
Is the Meltdown Challenge like for Take Shape for Life, or is it for like Amber Smithson's team?
I think that it has been for Kim Fisk's team, but I think that they're opening up to the entire company now. So,
oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
So it might be Dr. A's whole team.
And that's in September.
Yeah.
It starts the 15th.
September. Yeah.
The September 15th?
Uh-huh.
I'm writing notes now because I always forget.
It's okay. I have to do the same. So then our next training event, you need to star and circle and put flashy lights, is August 6th. That's our coaching training at Stephen Henniger College in Orem, and it goes from 6 to 8. I know we have some coaches that are in Salt Lake area. If you can't make it to that one, there will be one later in the month in Salt Lake. But those of you that are down this way and have either potential coaches, potential clients, invite them to the event, and they can stay for just the first part. So from 6 to 7, that's the presentation where they talk about the program and they talk about the coach opportunity. So it's just a great opportunity to get people there. And then from 7 to 9, they'll have the coach training. And I probably am guessing they'll probably talk a lot about nationals, that convention that we just got back from.
Do you know when the Salt Lake one is?
Yeah, so the Salt Lake one is on August 14th, and I'm not sure details or time. I don't think they've told us anything on that. So I just wanted to kind of talk about one of Mackenzie's coaches, Mark. I was talking to him earlier this morning, and ever since he's gotten back from the event, national convention, he has just exploded. I mean, he's gotten all these new clients and all these potential coaches that he's looking into. He has like 4 potential coaches coming to the barbecue on Friday. He is so excited about this program and the whole offering. And so I asked him this morning, he couldn't get on, but I asked him some of the things that he felt was really beneficial about the convention and how come it exploded his business. What changed from going to the event from before when he had just started as a coach. And so some of the things he said was that he loved the file folder system. And if you don't know what that is, there's several new coaches on our teams. We'll go over it, but it is a great way to keep track of your clients and to stay on top of things and know who your pre-clients are, who your current clients are, potential coaches. So Mackenzie and I and Amanda would be happy. We want to help you feel confident in your file folder system. And then the other thing is he said he was really excited to touch his business once a day. So whether he has a full-time job, so it sometimes it means just a quick 15-minute thing on Facebook, but just getting that touch every single day with the business, and that's really exploded for him too. And then one thing he said that I thought was really cool is he said that he saw people walking across the stage and he was like, I'm just as normal. They're like normal people. It's not like they walk on like air or something. And he was so excited because he felt like, gosh, this is so doable for me. Like, they're just normal people like me. And if they can do it, I can do it. And the other thing he said, he loved the friends and the camaraderie that we created with our little team that was there. And hopefully we'll have a few more at some of our other events coming up. But I feel like it's really important to really go and be a part of the events, because honestly, it will create such huge things for your business. I just wanted Kinsey to tell her story for those of you that don't know what happened to her a couple months ago and how her business exploded. Do you have a second that you could tell that, Kins?
Yeah, so in Vegas, when we went, like I was this close of not going, just every excuse in the book, and my baby was still nursing, and I just was really, I was shy, which is weird because I'm not now all of a sudden, but I was really nervous about going on a car ride with all these women that I didn't know and all of that, but I overcame the concept and I went, and it's crazy just being around that energy, even though it was kind of a small event. Oh crap, can you see me?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, my phone, went sleepy.
I think we can still hear you.
You can still
Okay. So, even though it was kind of a small event, just being around all those people and
Oh, I think Mackenzie stopped recording. Can you hear her now?
Kins? Oh.
We'll have to come back to her, maybe.
Yeah, we'll come back to her and let her tell when she comes back to audio. So just the importance of the events and how much they can really build your business. She wasn't able to tell you, but she hit ED last month, and her business just has really exploded. And I have seen that just in my own business as well. Like, I've just seen such progress with my business, and being more brave about telling people about the program and stuff. I'm just not so nervous about it. And so just really, engulfing yourself with the things that we're learning about and really trying to commit to the events. Get a babysitter. I gave you the dates today. Let's start getting you there to the events, you guys, and the trainings. It really will explode your business. So just a couple new things that we're really excited about that we found out at National Convention is the Be Slim incentives. And Amanda is such a smarty pants. She's going to go over all that with us.
Okay, I hope I get it 100% right, because I think we're going to learn as we go all of the fine details. But basically, they're changing. You know how before the first 2 months that everybody would get 4 free boxes of food if they ordered $250? So that is going to change. And the first thing that is changing is that if you order $250 worth of food, which is about 15 boxes, then you get 5 free.
Mason, knock it off.
What that is that if you order 3 weeks of food, then you get your 4th week free. And that way, it's just kind of a lower buy-in for people, and it's just to attract more clients that maybe need a little bit of help getting started. Now, the next month, they don't get those 4 free boxes again. So that's something that changed. But in place of that, there's something that's a lot better because it's ongoing for every month, which is after you place that first order in August, where, then everything, every order that you make, 10% of whatever your order was in the month of August will go cash on account for your next order. So does that make sense? So if you order, let's say you order the $339 in August, then you'll get a $33 or a $34 credit on your account for your next order in September. And then if you order $250 in September, you'll get $25 for your next order. So one thing that's really cool for us as coaches is that those rewards, the Be Slim rewards, they expire after 60 days. You have to order 60 days, within 60 days of that initial order, the one, or your rewards will disappear. So that's kind of cool, because then you can remind people and say, oh, by the way, your rewards are going to disappear, or I'm not sure how the company is going to work it out yet. Maybe they'll send them a little reminder letting them know that they have a reward on there that needs to be used, or else it will go away. So that's really nice, because it gives people an incentive to order at least every 60 days, and just a lot of other awesome changes that are coming. Heidi, can you think of any right off? I know those are the really big changes, and those start August 1st. Can you think of anything that I'm missing?
No, I think, just the shipping. Did you mention the shipping? Sorry, my kids were being naughty. I had to.
Right. Yeah. So now shipping will be, if you have $150 to $299 order, the shipping will be $5 flat fee, and anything over $299 will be free shipping. So that's another incentive to get people to make that a little bit extra order, to order over 300.
Yeah. So that's a really good thing that we can be promoting too with new clients is, look, if you do this, you'll get the 5 free boxes in your first order, a whole week of food for free, which is huge. That's a really, really exciting thing that our company is starting. So the other thing I had 2 more things I wanted to go through. I know you guys are busy and have other things going on, but just wanted to go over the incentive trip. And Amanda's going to announce where it's at and further details. She's the smarty pants about all that.
Okay, I've got my little boy Boston on my lap. He's gonna help me with this part. So I don't know how many of you were in the company when they did the last incentive trip, and it was to Aruba. And I remember looking at the qualifications and just thinking, oh, there's no way that I can qualify for that. And so I worked hard anyway. My whole thing on trying to be successful in the company is just to work every day as much as I can, which is only about an hour and a half to 2 hours, since I have 5 kids and I'm busy and stuff. So I did that, but then the last month came and my coach said, you're really close. You could do this. And all of a sudden I kicked it into gear, and I got the last points that I needed. I really kind of had to kill myself in January. I was sick. I had swine flu for 2 weeks, and I was in my bed making calls. So I was going to make it because I was close enough. Anyway, it was so worth it. They just treated us. They pampered us and spoiled us every second of every day. And we laid on the beach. They took us to a private island with private snorkeling instructors that took us out and showed us cool stuff. And it was an all-inclusive Marriott with all these restaurants, and probably one of my best memories. So my 2 sisters-in-law, Chantel Flake and Sarah Flake, they both qualified too. So we got to take all of our husbands on this awesome trip for free. And so one of the restaurants was a beachfront restaurant where they put the tables out on the beach at night so that you could watch the sunset as you ate. And we just enjoyed all of this delicious food, fresh fish and everything. And they gave us the bill, and it was over $600 for the 6 of us. But since we were at an all-inclusive resort, all we did was sign our name, and it was covered, so it was amazing. The whole trip was just incredible, and just the plane tickets alone were $2,700 each. Wow. So we figured that the trip was worth about $10,000. So the next one, Cancun, I'm sure it'll be just as good. It's always at at an all-inclusive, really nice 5-star resort. So that will be really fun. Okay, so I'm going to go over real quick how to get your points and how the point system works. So basically what you do is you need to check your averages for April, May, and June. You need to see what your volume was and give yourself 1 point for every 1,200 in volume. The other thing that you need to do is see how many senior coaches you had on your team. Anyway, so count those up for those 3 months. Add up all your points that you would have gotten. 1 point for every frontline volume, and 1 point for senior coaches. And I'm not sure, I did see something that said 1 point for every ED team that you have, because they're going to be giving you points for every ED team that you have this time. Okay, so then what you do, and a lot of you will have 0 for April, May, and June. And I have to say there were tons of new coaches there this time, because it's actually easier for new coaches to qualify if they kick it into gear right now. So what you have to do is have 25 points accumulated So you have to take that. What you do is you take that number that you got from April, May, and June after you divide it by 3. So see what your average is of the points for those months. And then you times that by 6 because there are 6 months and add 25 to it. So kind of a tricky formula. And that will be your qualifying points. And they will give that to you. They're going to send you that number. Every coach, they'll tell you what number that is. But basically, what you have to do is get about 4 extra points per month. So that means 4 extra points is like an extra $4,800 in volume. So if you have 0 volume and 0 frontline coaches or whatever, all you need to do is just get 4 or 5 points a month, which $1,200 in volume, 1 senior coach. So if you start working on building your team, it is so close in reach. Like if you get one quick, so really hop on, work with your mentors, get your frontline volume built up, and start building your teams. If you start working on getting senior coaches. It's not that hard to help somebody get to senior coach. And Mackenzie and Heidi and I are the ones who really help you do that until you become ED. So my advice is to work with your mentors on doing those daily action steps, things that can help you get your frontline volume up, and then talking to your coach about coach prospects, people you would love to work with that you think would be really good. And if you can do those things, then you'll make it for sure. And then we'll all work together that last month, January, and really push hard. And one great thing is we have 2 meltdown challenges, one in September and one in January. And those are great for harvesting clients if you take the months in between to plant the seeds. So is that good enough, Heidi? I know it sounds really confusing, but we can sit down with all of you individually and help you figure out exactly what your points are and how to best work to get to qualify.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm back on.
Yeah.
So when you say 4 extra points a month, so like after I hit ED, it's like the points beyond that?
Well, so you're April, May, and June. So you need to figure out your volume. You probably had like 2 points for your volume in April and May, and then 5 points for your volume in June, or 4 points plus mark as a senior coach. Is that right? So
yeah, I have marked
total.
ED. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be 5, 7, 9 points divided by 3. So 3 is going to be your kind of like your points, your average points for those 3 months. So you times that by 6 because there are 6 months of qualifying, and that's 18 points, and add 25. And that's how many points you would need to qualify for the trip.
Okay. So it's doable.
Yeah, definitely. So 18 plus 25, just to kind of give you, what is that? 18 plus 25, 35, 43. So you'll need 43 points to make it.
And point is just like a point on my office in motion.
Yeah, you know how they keep saying every time you get like 1,200 in volume, it says how many qualifying points you have that month, and it'll start accumulating starting August 1st. It'll keep your cumulative qualifying points for this trip period from August 1st to January 31st.
So August 1st to January.
Mm-hmm.
We all have to go.
Yes. I might be really pregnant, so.
Is that an announcement, Heidi?
Yeah, I'm like 6 weeks, I think.
Awesome. That's
that day when I was like crying and emotional at our takeaways, I was pregnant.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get a pregnancy test right now. I knew it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So hopefully I can still fly and come because, yeah.
Yeah. I think you should, hopefully you should be fine if you're only 6
seriously. Okay, so just one more thing I wanted to just go over just really quick. So let's talk, whoever your mentor coach is, even with Amanda if we need to, because Kinsey and I are still trying to figure out the incentive trip. If we're not sure, let's get Amanda on the phone and do a 3-way with you, and we can really work with you and look at the potential of the incentive trip. A lot of you new coaches, it's really, really doable.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to mention, Heidi, so we just figured out that Mackenzie needs 43 points to qualify. I actually figured mine out, and it's like 100. I have to get 100 points to qualify. Mackenzie has to get 43. new coaches need 25. Like if you work with your mentor coach and get going right now, you have a much easier time. Like you have to get 1/4 of the points to go that I do. So the new coaches for sure just hop in. Like Mark is at a prime position to just really hit it. I know a lot of you are.
Yeah. So let's get you guys there. If you guys want to go on an all-paid trip, like on TSFL, let's get you there because it's totally doable. And you know, we'll all three help you no matter what team you're on. We're all here supporting each other. So we're going to work together. Kinsey and I are going to really team up and really push our team to help you guys. And then the last thing I just wanted to point out is the structural tension chart. So today's the 29th. Get out your structural tension chart and start filling it out. Remember, your goals and visions are at the top. So like what you want for that month. So the month of August. And then on the bottom is your current reality. And then you're going to fill it in with the action steps you're going to take. And we can go over that with each individual coach. And then I just wanted Mackenzie to talk about her experience with the structural tension chart and what she's done to kind of help her see her vision of what she could do.
Let me grab it. I snuck away from my kids. Okay, sorry. So I kind of copycatted, and I thought I copycatted Bobby, but I think it was Chantel's original idea. But I just felt so like scatterbrained with how many clients I needed and how many orders I needed in order to make my goal, and then also like with like my coaches, how many orders they needed to be senior coach. So anyway, my brain was just this like crazy mess, and I spent way too much time trying to figure this out and write it down, and it was just a waste of time. So I went and got a whiteboard, and it's called My Lines on Paper. So it's the same thing as kind of a structural tension chart, right, Heidi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just more or less just figuring out how to get to that goal.
Okay.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So.
Okay. So I know that Mark did this too. I'm not sure how, I haven't talked to him about it, but so can you see this at all? Okay, so I wrote down at the top, I wrote down all my lines of how many orders that I would need. I averaged out how many orders I'd need to hit my goal, which was I wanted to hit 4,800 frontline volume. I wanted it to be realistic because I knew we had a lot going on in July. And then I also wrote down like my coaches, and then like every time they get an order, I would write down, and I had 5 lines under them because my goal for them was to make senior coach this month. So that really helped me organize my mind, and it's nice to see it. Like I see, okay, this is my goal, and I want to get this many guesses, and then, you know, this is how much more I need to do, and just seeing it every day helps so much versus just having it all cluttered in my brain. So, and I made my goal. Yay!
All right.
It's nice to hit it before like the 31st.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, you know, if you guys haven't done that and you don't know what lines on paper is and we haven't reviewed that, let's go over it and figure out what your lines are. If you're trying to hit senior coach, let's go over that and figure out what you need. It's really attainable, especially this month when we have so many awesome things going on. But with it being so close to the end of the month, let's see if you can start planting those seeds. So then on the first of the month, you have a lot of people really excited about the program. You know, thanks for hopping on, you guys. Thanks, Amanda and Mackenzie. You guys are awesome. And we look forward to doing mentor calls with you later on today. Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks. And let's all go to Cancun.
Bye.
What do you got?